hopefully it is anyway. Let's see. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's not a bad angle. Not a bad angle at all. Hi everybody, welcome. Welcome. I was just typing that in the chat just in case it was still loading for you. Welcome you guys. Thank you so much for joining me at this random hour. I can appreciate that this time doesn't work for a lot of people based on our time zone differences. But I really wanted to get the earth sign readings done today. I didn't want to wait till tomorrow. So I thought we'd better get the live stream done tonight, and that way people can either wake up to it or watch it before bed, depending on when you see this. But let's get it started. Welcome those who are able to join us with Taurus placements. We are going to be looking at Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, love lives from mid-October to mid-November. It is a love-specific prediction reading for the month ahead. So if you're after something more general, I do have a general Taurus reading up on my channel. Otherwise, let's get into it. I'm shuffling this oracle deck. We're going to use this deck to get 3 cards for your sign, which will tell us the 3 main themes that your sign can expect to experience in love. I'll then clarify with tarot and we will get advice. So hopefully there's a lot of information about what is happening in your love life in the next month. So Spirit, oh, look at Capricorn's coming out early. We haven't set the intention yet. Let's put it back. What can Taurus expect for the next month when it comes to their love life? What is happening for Taurus in the next month when it comes to their love life? Okay, we've got these two coming out together, a 4 and a 9. Isn't that interesting? A 4 and a 9. What else can you, I'm going to put those back for now. What else can you tell Taurus? We have Sagittarius coming out. What else can you tell Taurus about their love life in the month ahead? And if you do have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I will be checking the chat every now and then. What else can you tell Taurus about their love life? What is another major theme in Taurus's love life, Spirit? Oops. Taking a lot longer than I expected. We're going to take the 3 card out over here. And at the back of the deck, we have solar eclipse in the reverse position. Okay, so I think Taurus, let me grab my crystals because I'm a little bit distracted. We have a dog in the background who sounds like he's going through it, so that's distracting me a little bit. But I do feel with the solar eclipse reversed, I am feeling like something is trying to reveal itself to you in the month ahead. And I feel like it's impacting your love life, but I don't see it happening as like a direct, like happening to your romantic partner. I see it more as it affecting your romantic partner or affecting your ability to focus on romance. I feel like something is trying to reveal itself to you in the month ahead, and the goal here is for you to have clarity so that you can kind of make the changes necessary to be able to move forward. I'm almost seeing the solar eclipse reversed energy as a frustrating feeling of, why did it take me so long to realize this or to see this? Now, if you feel like you've already had an epiphany, I can see how in the month ahead, you're going to be starting to implement some changes to help make more room for romance in your love life. And I think this does involve you spending a lot of time on your significant other if you have one, or you spending a lot of time trying to kind of weed out distractions or people that haven't been helpful when it comes to you trying to find romance. I almost feel like if you're a single Taurus, these are people who have really negative things to say about your love life or your love interests, and they don't seem to be in your corner when it comes to boosting you and helping you feel good enough to be able to pursue the people that you're chasing after, if that makes sense. And I use chasing after in a loose sort of way because I feel like that's the impression that this person has, but I don't see that being your energy. I just feel like that's the energy of this person you're trying to kind of whittle away from your love life. But let's have a look at your first theme now. We'll have a look at this 9 and 4 reversed. I think in the month ahead, you'll be trying to find ways to kind of bring someone in, like especially if you're single. I think you're trying to kind of involve them more in your process. Like I could see you kind of trying to test your own boundaries and being a bit more open. But I think that you're also feeling like this is something that you want for yourself. So it's interesting. I can see a theme here of you trying to bring someone in and then also trying to push them back. What is going on with this 4 and 9 energy reversed? Yeah, we have the moon reversed coming out. We also have the Knight of Ingots reversed. What else? Oh, wow, Diane, thank you so much for joining us. Oh, hi, welcome. We also have the Emperor. Okay, so the Moon reversed, Knight of Ingots reversed, and the Emperor upright. At the back of the deck is the Ace of Ingots reversed. I think what's happening here is you're trying to get into a better balance of control. I can see you trying to open up more and trying to kind of be more emotionally open. And I feel like you're trying to share something with someone, especially those who have been sort of more withdrawn emotionally recently. But I want to say that this theme is about trying to find a healthy balance of control, because I think with the Knight of Ingots reversed, this theme in your love life seems to really be centered around the fact that it isn't working out the way that you had planned. And something is happening in your love life that is indicating to you that you need to either open up more or be more in control. And it could be a combination of the two. Because for those who are dealing with someone, I think that your person is noticing that you aren't kind of putting in what they expected from you. And I kind of get this guilty feeling in this part of your reading. I do, especially with the Ace of Ingots reversed. I feel like the main reason why you want to take control back, Taurus, is because you're trying to kind of weigh up your options. And if you are dealing with someone, you're trying to figure out what you want to do about this connection in the future. So I could almost see this as a 1 foot forward, 1 foot back situation, or like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Just trying to kind of figure out where to from here. I can also see how some of you are feeling very frustrated and delayed, and I think that you're trying to do something in the month ahead to try to take back control. You can't always control the narrative, but it feels like there's something here that you're really trying to control. What else can you tell Taurus about this theme in their love life? It feels like somebody else is pulling the strings as well. Take that if it resonates. Look, we have the Empress reversed. Yeah, you're not happy with how this is going. It either feels stuck, infertile, or as though it's been in the gestation period for too long, the planning stage for too long. It's like you're kind of frustrated with the pace of things. It should have happened by now, is what I feel like. Maybe some of you are seeing someone as well, but you don't know if like how to kind of get this moving forward, or whether this is someone that you want to grow with. And for those who are in a serious connection and you do know you want a future with this person, I still feel like your plan with them hasn't gone well. Either the timing's off, or the way that things have unfolded has felt really unnatural, or not in the way that you would have hoped it to be. I just think that your love life feels This theme is about feeling out of control with the progress. We have the Death card reverse coming out now. So a lot of strong feelings. And I think that the biggest issue with opening up over here is that you don't know entirely how you feel about this. Frustrated is one of the words, but the other emotions, you're not too sure. I don't even think you're afraid. I think it's more that certain fears of what could happen if things don't progress are starting to creep in the month ahead. What else can you tell them about this theme? I'm not getting a strong energy of somebody else though. This feels like an internal thing that you're going through in the month ahead. We also have the 10 of Cups reversed. And at the back of the deck is the Hanged Man. So we have all of the water signs now. We have Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. We have you and the Emperor, Taurus and Aries here. I really think that a lot of you, this theme is about wanting something to go according to plan and realizing in the month ahead that it isn't, and struggling with the fact that you feel out of control in this process. It feels like you're having to even surrender. And it also feels like you don't know everything about the bigger picture, but what you're more concerned about is the way that this makes you feel. And it is inciting fear, but it's also making you feel confused in general. I think you're frustrated, but I also think in the month ahead, you're going to have to kind of confront some of these fears in order to find the solutions. And I think with the Emperor here, you're going to try to find ways to control this situation in order to feel a little bit safer. I almost see you going into kind of damage control or crisis mode just to feel stability and safer, because you don't seem to be happy with this situation in general. And I do see how a lot of you are feeling stuck. A lot of you are feeling as though this situation has gotten the best of you. And you're also feeling like the best thing that you can do, / the only thing you can do, is just focus on yourself and be a bit more self-focused, self-centered, not in a bad way. It just feels like I don't have anything else to do, so this is all I'm going to do. Let me get some advice. What is the advice for this theme? We have love grows love. Interesting. We also have Death of the Deceitful coming out. This card has come out for a lot of signs this month. We have like a lot of cards in this deck, and we're getting a lot of repeat cards. We have In Between Worlds as well. 55, the card of change and transition. In this spread, your advice seems to be telling you that something here is worth kind of cultivating and working on. But I think that we've got to re-examine and reassess what hasn't been working. We've got to pay attention to the infertile signs, the stagnant signs, and we've got to see that this situation is actually kind of showing us the answers by highlighting our main fears and our main concerns. I think that the solution lies in your fears. What you're most afraid of happening is kind of like directing you to what the answer in the situation is. And I do think that the overall solution has a lot to do with stepping outside of a comfort zone and doing things differently, doing things in a way that could be perceived selfish by other people, but it does look like you are needing to kind of take some control back. I can see you guys being more truthful, and I think that your truth and honoring your truth may also involve you calling out other people's behavior, other people's dishonesty, or a kind of inconsistent pattern of behavior within somebody else's narrative. I almost think that for some of you, your love life feels like it's been somewhat delayed due to other people and their demands of you. However it stands, I think you do need to kind of be truthful to yourself in order to find a solution to this. And I think that being truthful involves you also seeing that changes need to happen and realizing that this is a transitionary process. Some of this change is out of your control, and then some of it is. I can see that there is information that you already have that you're struggling to act upon with the Hanged Man reverse. You're feeling stuck and limited, waiting for more. And Spirit's like, this is all you can get. You've already got the information you need to see things the way that they are, but instead, it's like you've twisted the information and you're either only focusing on what isn't working, or you're kind of not believing that you have everything you need in order to move forward. Love grows love is really interesting though. It's not necessarily in your case asking for you to have compassion. It's more so saying that you reap what you sow in this situation, and what you sow is ultimately what you're going to be harvesting at the end. So I think that it's really encouraging you to kind of consider the steps that you can take moving forward in your love life, and which could include really coming out of a comfort zone. The back of the deck, we have Fire Mother. So I do see a lot of growth is coming from a newfound sense of passion and purpose, and really kind of stepping into a more action orientated energy once you realize how much power you do have. Even if you feel it's still limited, I think it's a lot more than what you've given yourself credit for in the month ahead. So that's what I'm seeing for that theme. We're going to have a look at your second theme now, the Sagittarius energy. My throat just got really dry, so please excuse me, I need some water. Wow, that's so interesting, Kristen. I'm so glad that that resonated. Okay, Spirit. Let me show you this card again, you guys. Love grows love, because I just realized it's cut off in the corner. Love grows love. Number 40. So, what is going on with this Sagittarius theme? What is going on with this Sagittarius theme? We can't take all of those. What is going on with the Sagittarius theme for Taurus, please, Spirit? We're not going to take all of those either, Spirit. What is going on with the Sagittarius theme for Taurus? Okay. Oh, look at me dropping cards. I don't even know how to get that card. Let me try. There we go. Okay. We have the Eight of Teacups. Wow, it came out upright first, and then it reversed itself. Okay, what is the Sagittarius theme about? That's interesting. We also have the Eight of Chopsticks, 2 eights, cycles, repeating cycles. And we have the Seven of Wands and the Ace of Teacups. You guys got the Ace of Cups. This is no joke. Seven of Wands reversed. I'm hearing what you just said, Kristen. With peace and love, I need to be honest. We have the Temperance card at the back of the deck. You know what? I'm just going to clarify immediately. What else does Taurus need to know about this Sagittarius theme? What else does Taurus need to know? Look at this. We have the Seven of Swords again, the Magician, and the Hermit card. The back of the deck, we have the Nine of Swords. Okay, so this theme is really about choosing your battles and seizing your opportunities in love to say what you need to say in every context of being truthful and maintaining your integrity. Especially like what you were saying before, Kristen, about really kind of having something that you want to get off your chest. The goal here, though, is to bring harmony. We're not trying to create more conflict. We're not trying to start something that we don't want to finish or that we don't want to have to finish. It's not about kind of an eye for an eye. It's about breaking out of a cycle so that we can finally focus on our true happiness. And this does involve being very honest and seizing opportunities to communicate. It feels like this is very kind of spontaneous, especially with Sagittarius here and the Eight of Chopsticks. I can't help but feel like these moments aren't going to be planned. Although you may have spent a lot of time thinking about what you want to say and kind of really processing your thoughts and feelings in the lead up to this, I think that at the time that you get the chance to speak, it is not rehearsed, it is not planned, it is very much about just sticking to the internal dialogue that you've been having with yourself throughout this process and just getting something off your chest. I could also see how communication is going to play a very big role in your love life in the month ahead, and it seems to be directly connected to some sort of introspective moment that you've had in which you've realized through this as well what you need to kind of say and do in order to get more happiness. And I do see this leading to a new opportunity in love. In fact, I do see it leading to peace and a sense of peace within yourself as well as to whoever you're talking to, because it feels like this conversation puts you both on the same page of understanding where the other person is focused on and what the other person is kind of needing, if that makes sense. Whether you're having this conversation with a love interest or with somebody who has been impacting your love life. Again, I'm getting a lot of energy about you here. I'm not getting a lot of energy from a love interest in this theme. But with the Nine of Swords reversed, I can't help but feel like at the time of communicating, it's almost going to feel like a now or never situation. If I don't do this now, I may never get the chance. This theme is very much about being optimistic and opportunistic when it comes to your love life. And I kind of feel like you have to set the record straight with all of these sevens. There's 2 7 of Swords. I feel like you have to set the record straight. You want to reinstill confidence. You want to kind of come across as somebody who is capable, in control, and confident. And I really think that whatever it is that you say has a really positive effect on your love life, especially with this outcome and the Sagittarius theme. It does seem to create that new opportunity in love, but it also seems to make you feel confident enough to be able to follow that opportunity up and really kind of do the actions with the sense of like, I deserve this, or this is because of me. It feels like you're very confident after this. It kind of feels like a little bit of an adrenaline rush as well, if I'm honest. So is there anything else that they need to know before we get advice? The Star card, yeah, really seizing your opportunity. This could even be a wish fulfillment for some of you. This could be a very healing conversation for others of you. I could see how this situation is very much about reconciling and really putting something to rest in the right way so that your new and bright future can start today. This feels really beautiful, I want to say, very positive. I'm seeing a lot of optimism with the Star card coming out. And I'm definitely seeing it being all about you. Whoever you're talking to is really looking at you like, wow, like, thank you, Taurus, for being honest with me. I appreciate you for coming forward and having this conversation with me. Is Taurus going to instigate this, though, or are they just going to follow up an opportunity? You're probably going to instigate it with the Empress being upright. It seems to be something that is in your the ball is in your court. With the Nine of Chopsticks reversed, it feels like second time lucky. I'm not going to lie. The time that you may have wanted to do this didn't work out. So you're kind of been pushed into a slightly desperate situation, but I do see you being successful. I also see this conversation really helping you feel more positive about where the future of your love life is headed, because I do think that there's a strong sense of hope with this Star card. And there's also this feeling of other people supporting you. And this doesn't even feel like it could be a love interest. You may be having this conversation with somebody else. What is the advice for Taurus with the Sagittarius energy? Wow, that is wild, Kristen. What is the advice for Taurus with this Sagittarius energy, Spirit? Whoa, more cards falling on the ground. Okay, we have Alchemy coming out for you, 66. We also have Ripe Fruits in the reverse position, 33. So look at these repeat numbers, 55, 66, 33. We also have, oh my God, I thought it was going to be another repeat number. We have 13, the Heart Eater. Okay. At the back of the deck, we have the Pink Bubble Fairy Sweets. This is my manifestation card. It's my wish fulfillment card. It's my, if you could imagine and wish for anything, what would you wish for? So I think that your advice is to not get too kind of not limit your vision based on your past experiences, and to literally give yourself the ability to see the best case scenario actually working out. No wish is too big when the Pink Bubble Fairy card comes out upright. It's a strong feeling of a blessing. To me, that's a sign of a blessing. If you have some high hopes in love, if you have some really big sort of ideas I see that working out as long as you believe it. With alchemy, there's a strong feeling of manifestation here. And I think your advice is to really make the most out of your opportunities and to recognize that in your case, Taurus, you are definitely setting the tone for how this conversation plays out. I am seeing a lot of internal preparation, introspection, but when it comes to the moment, it's literally just about finding whatever moment feels right for you and going with it. I think that this is going to be very healing. I think that it is going to help determine where the future lies for you and what direction you can head in when it comes to your love life. And I also think that for some of you, you're going to be more aware of what isn't helpful and what hasn't been actually helping your love life grow. I could see this honesty kind of being exchanged with this individual and you feeling more aware of how things need to change on both sides in order for positive growth. And when I say positive growth, I kind of mean growth in general, because when ripe fruits are blocked, for me, it's like an overripe feeling of something rotting. And it's not even that it stopped growing. It's like, no, this process has been prolonged for too long. We've got to do something about it. With the Heart Eater card being here, I definitely think this is about being as honest as possible, but it's also about recognizing the goal in the situation, not just getting carried away with cutting people with our words. Otherwise, we have the potential to do more harm, especially with all these Seven of Swords energies. Communication can either be very helpful or it can make the situation worse and less clear. So be truthful, be honest, be clear, but definitely know when to draw the line so that this doesn't go out of hand. So that's what I'm seeing with the Sagittarius energies. Let's look at this 3 theme now. I'm going to have some more water. What is going on with this 3 theme for Taurus? Now, I'll be honest with you, my 3s are about kind of working together, and it is about kind of extending beyond yourself in order to gather or gain whatever it is that you're hoping to gain. So when it comes to love, this could be about working together with other people towards a common goal or towards a goal in general that you have in your love life. The other thing the 3 card could be referencing is more kind of fun and just some more playful energy. Let's see what tarot can tell us. What is this 3 energy about for Taurus? We have the Ace of Ingots again, this time upright. Okay, I like that. 2 new opportunities when it comes to your love life. One specifically around emotional fulfillment and the other one about making steps for your future and potentially seizing a long-term stable opportunity in love. What else can you tell Taurus when it comes to this 3 energy? We have your energy coming out next. We've got some King of Ingots with some Queen of Woks energy. So ingots are pentacles, you guys. I realize I didn't explain any of that. Woks are swords, teacups are cups, and chopsticks are wands. Okay, at the back of the deck, we have the 7 of Ingots reversed. So some frustrating energy there with that 7 of Pentacles. Okay, clarify this energy, Spirit. What are we seeing with this 3 energy? Hi, Steve. Welcome. Good morning. What is going on with this 3 energy for Taurus? Look what just came out. You're not going to believe. The 3 of Cups with the Page of Wands. I'm going to take those 2. It's interesting how the 3 of Cups wants to hide behind the Page of Wands. That's so interesting. It's like we're trying to hide. Oh my god, am I secretly divulging a secret? Oh my lord. Every time I get this message, I kind of panic because I'm like, am I exposing a proposal? Oh, we're just going to go ahead. It may not be. What is going on with this 3 energy for Taurus, please, Spirit? That is pretty close to what a proposal could look like, though. An Ace of Ingots, a 3 of Cups reversed, friends keeping the secret, close loved ones keeping the secret. The Page of Wands, feeling like nervous and anxious but excited at the same time. Damn it. Oh, I hope I haven't accidentally. Oh my god. Oh, all right. We're just gonna get more cards. What else can you tell us about this 3 energy for Taurus? We got the Queen of Wands coming out now. So we have 2 queens and a king out here. What is going on? What is going on? We have the 8 of Cups, the end of one cycle, so that we can start a new one. We have the Ace of Pentacles again, this time reversed at the back of the deck. I can see how, when it comes to your love life, you can't see over here we have the 7 of Ingots. I feel like this theme is about definitely trying to kind of work with the right people to get what you want when it comes to love. But I think that for a lot of you, your love interest may be doing the same thing. You may suggest the idea or they may suggest it, but I feel like this is about trying to kind of find long-term, tangible opportunities in your love life. And this is about trying to materialize it in the right way by being more serious, by kind of cutting out the distractions, and by focusing on the right things when it comes to your love life. I feel like most of you are looking for something more serious. And I think that even if you may be single and you may kind of get entangled with a casual affair, I do think that you're going to kind of get bored really quickly. And I feel like you're going to be more focused on something with more solid foundation. And I feel like this energy over here is a strong feeling of growing up. It's a strong feeling of trying to kind of set the bar higher and to look at your love life as something that deserves high standards. But when we look at high standards, I do think with the Queen of Wands here, you're kind of going off what didn't work in the past. It almost feels like a situation in which maybe you don't have many good role models when it comes to love, or you don't really know where to start. So you're just kind of pivoting off of what didn't work in the past, and you're kind of going off what hasn't worked for other people. I could see you trying to kind of think outside the box here with the Queen of Wands, trying to almost look ahead and kind of imagine things in a way that doesn't feel natural, like in the sense of maybe you haven't experienced it yet, but you're hoping that it is possible for you, and you're manifesting it to be possible for you, and you're realizing that it's something that you want, but you're also trying to figure out, well, how do I get it? I do think that for some of you, there is a feeling here of you trying to kind of do things in a way where, I want to say it's different, but I also want to say that even if you are bringing other people in, you're not giving them full reign. It feels like you're trying to come up with some sort of plan, and you're trying to make sure that it is successful. And I can see nervousness here, but I can also see excitement. I can also see you trying to kind of distance yourself from people who don't give you the right kind of inspiration when it comes to your love life. So if friends aren't kind of vibrating on the same energy, and the way that they're addressing their romantic needs is very different to what you expect for yourself, then I see you distancing yourself from them. You don't want to call them out on their own habits or judge them for it, but you definitely feel like you're keeping your close circle really close, and any kind of acquaintances or people that don't match your vibration in love, you're really kind of pushing them away. It looks selfish to other people, but I can see how it's very self-focused and intentional. I also feel like some of you guys are going to be trying to kind of have key conversations with key people about these actions and about how to turn these actions into the outcome that you want. So I can see some secrets. I can see certain people being kept in the loop, but I could also see how you're kind of going incognito here, and you're kind of being a little bit careful, selective, and secretive. It feels very interesting. Is there anything else Taurus needs to know? 2 of Chopsticks. Yeah, it feels like you're at a turning point. And do we go left? Do we go right? We're trying to figure that out. We're trying to see which way is the best way forward. We are excited about it, but it also feels like we don't know genuinely. So we're just kind of going off what didn't work previously. Page of Ingots, new journey for you. You feel very naive is the best way that I would describe it. So I do think that some of you don't have a lot of experience in whatever it is that you're trying to cultivate over here, this new sort of more tangible opportunity to grow something long term and that has a solid foundation. But I think that you're very excited, and I think you really are putting a lot of pressure on yourself to do this right and to make sure that the right people are there to support you. Look at that. I'm trying to get advice for you, and the card that was left on the table was slimy. You're trying to make sure that you don't involve people who aren't your source of inspiration when it comes to happy, successful relationships, but you're also trying to be careful that you're not focused on people that aren't authentic. This is interesting. You may have some people that you love, but they're just not the best characters or role models when it comes to love. What is the advice for Taurus here, Spirit? Okay. We have the hold. Interesting, the hold reversed. What other advice? We have the Labyrinth card, and we have what is hidden will be revealed. Okay, so 23, 32, that's a mirror right there, and 54. We also have 44 at the back of the deck, so a lot of repeat numbers. Now we have 33, 44, 55, and 66. That's interesting. The dreams are, your dreams are closer than you think at the back of the deck. So I do think that this is about manifestation and you setting high standards for yourself in love. I also think that this advice over here is very much about keeping things private or secretive for as long as necessary before finding a way to reveal what is necessary in a way that suits you and your preferences. I almost feel like you're trying to be discreet about your love life, and it feels like this is a very appropriate thing to do in your situation. You're also being called to break away from something, whether that's a mold of expectations or whether that's somebody else's control over you. The hold reversed is very much about breaking free, letting go, and breaking out of something as well. With Labyrinth here, I feel like your advice is to try to find the answers that you need, and that means asking and seeking information from the right sources. I think that the wrong sources are going to leave you feeling confused, and if you do want to kind of do some investigating into how to cultivate this opportunity into something more long-term and successful and stable, you're going to need to make sure that you get advice from people that either have experience or from people who are qualified to tell you what it is that you should do. I almost feel like for some of you, this gives me, just as an example, the energy of you getting engaged and realizing that you don't have any good role models in your life when it comes to successful marriages. And you realizing that this next step in your life is going to take a lot of work, a lot of effort. And you do need support and you do want words of wisdom, but you don't have anyone in your inner circle that you can turn to. And so you're trying to take this seriously and you're looking elsewhere. You're seeking advice from places that you wouldn't usually for such an intimate thing, but it seems to be the practical, logical thing to do in this situation. And this advice is helpful because it's illuminating what hasn't worked and what doesn't work rather than what is the only way you should do it. That's the kind of advice it feels like. You can't tell someone what they should do. The best thing you could say as advice in the situation is what hasn't worked well for you and kind of give them advice in that way. So that's what this theme really feels like, Taurus. It's interesting because I think that you're taking your love life very seriously in the month ahead. I almost feel like you're being very careful, very strategic, very serious. You're looking at the whole situation as something that needs planning and it needs serious action. But I also think that a lot of your themes are about being opportunistic and really acting based on instinct in the moment, trying to push yourself out of a comfort zone so that you can secure the stability you crave. So that's really what I'm seeing for you guys when it comes to the your love life in the month ahead. I hope this reading was helpful for you. I hope it confirmed what you may have already expected, but I definitely hope that it did fill in some gaps and give you something to go off when it comes to your love life in the next month. If it didn't resonate 100%, you may have messages in your moon or Venus signs because these are love readings. But otherwise, I'm going to end your reading here and we're going to start Virgos in the next 10 minutes. So thank you so much for all your time, your energy, your support. I really appreciate you for being here. I wish you a prosperous, abundant, successful, happy, joyful month ahead. Look after your beautiful selves, and I shall see you in another video. Bye.